Hi everyone, just Kimmy coming on to have a little chat with you. I hope you're all well. It's a really bright sunny day here. I think it's Tuesday, I could be wrong, because all my weekends and my weeks are running into one because all the grandchildren are home, school holidays. Anyway, I wanted to come on to tell you a little bit more about Dolly. Now, as you know, she's been for a picnic and she's got herself a boyfriend, and Bill is his name, and she's really smitten with him. They've now been dating for some time, but sadly there has been a load of tittle-tattle going on, and it's not about Dolly. It's about the maid, Jane. It had come to the master's attention that she had been walking out with a young man who worked at the local market. He sold vegetables and that from a vegetable stall, and somebody had seen them out walking, holding hands of all things, and also going places on their own when they shouldn't be. But anyway, the mistress of the house had called Jane in and had a very strict conversation with her about morality and the virtues of staying kept until marriage. She had said to her, in no uncertain terms, as my mum would have said to me, "Keep your hand on your halfpenny." But she would have said it, "Please, keep your hand on your halfpenny." So the girl had been dismissed from the room, not the job, and be told to behave herself. So from then on, everybody had been watching her like a hawk. It became obvious to Dolly that things weren't right. She shared the room with Jane, the kitchen maid, as you know, and she just wasn't herself. She really wasn't. She was being sick, she wasn't eating the things she normally would, and she was asking for things that normally she wouldn't eat. All you girls out there probably now have begun to work out what this is about. Then one day, the cook had a special appointment to speak to the mistress and said, "Look, we've got a problem. This young girl, the kitchen maid, Jane, who's not married, is pregnant." The whole house was almost in mourning for the fact that this girl's virtue had been taken by this young man from the market. Even though they'd been dating for a while, they were not married. This was not the right way to behave. After a while, the mistress went and told the master and said, "Before long she is going to be showing too much, dear, that we will not be able to cover it with her apron any longer, and when we have guests come, they will know that she is with child. She will become a burden to our morality. She will make people think that we allow such things in our home. She is just a common..." There are many words, but I won't use them because it's not nice. But in Victorian times, it wasn't right to be pregnant before marriage. Or it was right, but morally to them, being very religious, it wasn't right. Anyway, the master eventually called her in and asked her if it was true that she had laid with this young man and that she had got herself in the family way. And of course she cried and she admitted she had. And he said that he was very upset, as she had been warned by his wife and been given a second chance, even though it had been proven that she'd been walking out with someone of an evening, and that it was more than just a friendship, that obviously it was more now than what should have happened. But she now was pregnant. How far gone was she? At least 5 months. The master really didn't know what to do, but he knew that his wife and his friends would tell him that he should dismiss her immediately, get her out of the house. So sadly he had to say to her that she must leave. This was not one of the things his family would tolerate, carrying on. So sadly the girl went to her room and packed her things. She didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. She was out the back door and gone. Nobody knew what happened to her, but they do know that nothing happened to the young man. He still laughed and joked with his friends down at the market selling his fruit as if he had conquered something. But the young girl, what would she do? Would she be able to keep her baby? They never knew. They never saw her again. Maybe in the future she might turn up and they might find out what went on with her and the baby. But she had disgraced the family with her dismal behaviour. single woman getting pregnant. She was less than a gutter snipe in their eyes, and it was sad, because many a Victorian man had a mistress beside his wife who had children, and he run 2 houses, many. But if they were found out, it was wrong. But sadly, what happened to the girl, we shall never know. But yes, that was what happened to our Jane, which means that now Dolly will step up and become kitchen maid, and there will be a new girl there. Hopefully Dolly will enjoy her new status in the house. Won't be much less like hers, just a little bit more upstairs work. But anyway, thanks for listening. I wonder what will happen to Dolly next. Okay, bye.